also, I have to apologize publicly to Shane Simpson. I'm just going to do this right now because I feel so bad that I was so mean and I thought it was funny. And I thought, Emily, I was like, oh, it's going to be funny. We're going to make fun of Shane for this. Mm-hmm. And I felt bad. I felt like it wasn't funny to make fun of him. And I actually am very proud of Shane Simpson. He's a brilliant man. He's a wonderful father. He's a very good partner to one of my very dearest friends. And I love him.
Was Emily not happy about the lowering the bar comment?
No, she was fine with it. But I, you know, it's like, it's one of those things you're like, oh, this is funny, right? This is so hysterical. But then you don't realize like you put things out there and like, it's actually, some things actually like, it just, you don't always have to go for the joke. And in that circumstance, I think I should have pushed up my friend. Like Shane's like my friend, you know, and I regret that. So that is a regret.
Do you regret calling Braunwyn a sloppy chihuahua?
Not at all. And actually, you didn't know this, but I was in the supermarket the other day and they make a brand of beer called a Chihuahua. And I was like, oh my, I bought them. And I was like, it's a sloppy Chihuahua. Who knew? Like, I was like so impressed by that, but no, I don't.
I love that. That's amazing. Do you regret getting in between Shannon and Tamara's relationship when you told Shannon she didn't offer enough support to Tamara?
No. I mean, I think my goal was not to cause more damage. It was to show Shannon how her friend was feeling, communicate to her friend how her friend was feeling so that she could have an opportunity to change her behavior. Mm-hmm.
Do you ever regret?
At the time, I didn't know that she is completely unwilling to ever change her behavior. So at that point, I know I didn't regret it.
Right. Do you ever regret sticking up for Kelly when it came to breaking girl code when you had that conversation with Vicki?
I don't even remember that.
But, you told Vicki that she broke girl code when she set up her friend with Kelly's ex.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't regret that.
Yeah.
You gotta have a girl code. I genuinely meant that. And it was also like my own stuff. Mm-hmm. Like I was more like, and that's the thing, like everybody, it's so funny. It's like people, I remember that now. People thought like, oh, she's new. So she's like bucking up. And I'm like, no, my husband had an affair on me and I'm pissed about this. Like that's literally what it was. Now everybody knows.
Totally. Do you regret any arguments with Emily since you guys are such good friends now?
No, I think honestly, I feel so good about where we are. And I think that the fights that everybody sees are very surface level fights, but they represent like much deeper things to us and like within our friendship. And it was good for us to duke that out and get all of it out of the way because it really showed Emily what she needed. It showed me what I needed. It put us both it checked us both. Mm-hmm. And Emily is literally, the friendship I have with her is so special and so unique. And she's taught me a lot as a friend. I'm like kind of a selfish friend, I guess. I'm not the person that will respond to text messages or pick up the phone or anything like that. You know, I'm just like, when I get to it, and like most of my friends are like, ask Gina and like whatever. And Emily was like, no, that's not good enough for me. Mm-hmm. And I like that she showed me and like was like open and raw and honest enough and would fight me on it to show me like, this is what I need and this is my expectation as a friend. And like kind of raise that bar higher for what her needs were. And I was okay to go to them. And she saw that, and she also has a lot of like trust issues from her past. And I feel like you guys don't even know, like Emily is such a complicated, she's so many things that nobody knows. And everybody's like, you're not fun, Emily. And I'm like, Emily is like really fun and really complicated. And there's a lot there to uncover still. And I think that it got us where we needed to be. Sometimes you just gotta clear it out, you know?
Yeah, totally. Last one. Do you ever regret not saying more to Shannon and Braunwyn when they criticized your living situation?
No, because I just don't care what they think about my living situation.